What's up, freaks? I'm Toby Travis, and guess what? I got a new camera! So now my videos won't look like shit anymore! Anyway, this week we're gonna talk about tattoos. Tattoos are awesome. They're a way to express your individuality, or just appreciate art, or make tribute to something that you really love. They can be a way to secure a memory, or just purely aesthetic, because they can look cool. But getting a tattoo can be a painful and emotional experience, and you might end up with some regrets. So I'm gonna give you 5 tips to make your tattoo experience as pleasant as possible. Tip number 1, and this is bloody obvious, but consider your motif. Thing is, this is kind of cliche and obvious to say, but tattoos are permanent. My first tattoo I've had for almost 10 years and it still looks as crappy as when I did it. Really seriously, take like a year and consider what you want to do, especially your first one, because it's gonna be the most emotional, and like getting your first tattoo is a terrifying experience because it hurts like fuck and you might end up with regrets. So just take your fucking time and make sure this is what you really want to do. I know there are ways to remove it, like you can do like a laser treatment to remove it, but you know, that's insanely painful. Even more painful than getting a tattoo. It's expensive, and honestly just approach your tattoo as if it's permanent. Make sure you really want this. Tip number 2, consider placement. This is very important for 2 reasons. The first reason is before you have ever gotten a tattoo, it's easy to think of your body as like infinite, but you only have that much space, and you only have that many spots that are like perfect for tattoos. So you're gonna wanna make sure that this tattoo you're getting is good for this spot. Like your shoulder, for example, it's a perfect spot to place like something bigger. So don't place something kinda small on it, because then this space is allocated to that. And if you do something like that's heavily black with heavy lines, that's gonna be difficult to cover up. So you're gonna wanna consider placement for that. And you know, your hands and your face, those are sensitive areas for cultural reasons, as well as like your arms. These are always going to be visible, so consider that as well. Tip number 3, consider the artist. If you're getting a tattoo, you're really going to want to make sure that the person who does it, who puts this piece of graphic on you permanently, is skilled. I know it's tempting to cheap out on this because a shit artist is cheaper. Or you know, if you have a friend that got like a gun, they can do you. But don't do that. You're gonna carry this shit around forever, and in the long run, the couple of $100 more really isn't gonna harm you financially, but the shitty job you got is. So if you have like a friend or an inexperienced tattoo artist, you might end up getting like unnecessary amounts of scar tissue on it, so your tattoo stands out, and it's gonna be ugly and it's gonna be blurry, and you are going to regret it. So take your time, look up portfolios, follow people on Instagram, make sure you know what you want, and then find the person who can really deliver. This is also important for health reasons. If you show up at a studio and it's all dirty and disgusting, this will also impact your experience, because not only is it gonna be unpleasant being there, but a new tattoo is basically a wound. So you do not want to get dirt and shit in there. Okay? You want it to be sterilized, clinical, clean. You want to be a real fucking stickler about this stuff. Because not only is it blood, that could mean diseases, but if your tattoo gets infected, then it's going to ruin the motif. You're going to lose color. It's going to get spotty and gross. So you do not want that. Just consider the artist, follow them on social, that you can do for years, if that's what it takes. Just make sure you get the right artist for you. You're also going to spend a lot of time with this person, so if the tattoo artist isn't a dickhead, that's a plus. Tip number 4. Never, ever, ever get a festival tattoo. I know it might be tempting. You're at like Leeds or something, and you're so all those tattoo people all over the place, and then you see the tent where they offer tattoos, and it's cheap, and it's right there, and you know what you want, and you always wanted it. Don't do it. Don't get it. Chances are you're drunk, and you never get a tattoo when drunk. That's absolutely retarded. And a festival is a dirty place. Not only are you not gonna care so much for taking care of your new piece, but you're probably gonna wrestle with other people and their bacteria, and you're gonna lie in mud, and you're gonna drink beer, and you're gonna fight, and you're gonna march, and it's just such a bad spot for a tattoo and a piercing. Don't do that. I think it's insanely irresponsible of tattoo artists and piercers to offer these kind of services at such a dirty environment. It's disrespectful, it's stupid, it's greedy, and they shouldn't do it, and you shouldn't get one. And finally, tip number 5. Take care of it. Your new tattoo is your baby, you know? So the first week you're gonna wanna smear it with like lotion, just to keep it smooth and make sure it doesn't dry up. And then when the initial scab starts coming off, then you're still gonna wanna keep it fresh, and you're always gonna wanna wash it, keep it clean, and that's the first week. But for the rest of your life, you're gonna wanna keep it out of the sun. Like always smear it with like sunscreen, because that is super important. Especially colored tattoos, they fade very easily from the sun. So just try to keep it covered up when you're outdoors, but at the very least, always keep sunscreen on it. Hopefully you're super psyched about your new tattoo, and it's gonna be a part of you forever. So just take care of it, make sure it looks as good as it can, and you're gonna feel great. So those are my 5 tips to simplify your tattoo getting experience. Tattoos are awesome, and you just want to make sure that your experience is as great as possible. I hope this video was helpful, or at least entertaining to you. I'm Toby Travis, and I'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye.